Carmack back, meanwhile, to the man-to-man. They gave the zone a quick look. Three-pointer in, off the window. Looking to add to it. Between the legs, showtime move. Near side of the lane, a pretty floater. Step back, Ayala, long two. Pretty shot. Harris off the crossover. Sets up a three from Dunning, who knocks down his second from three-point land. Silva attracting a lot of attention. Gets it back. Deep three. Straight away, up and in. Harris on the wing. Two dribbles behind the back. Crossover into the lane. Hangs. Scores off the window. Wyndham wants an answer to Silva for three. Up and in. But now the Blue Hawks with another turn. Leonard for three. He's going to make a pay. Nick and Astis with you from Nashua South High School at the Blanchard Gymnasium. Just underway. Seconds in. First possession for Concord goes out of bounds. It's a Friday night matchup between the Nashua South Purple Panthers, sitting at 8-4 on the season, winners of 5 in a row, against Concord, who have won 3 straight in their own right and sit at 6-4. Both teams jockeying for position, potentially in a spot to perhaps host a quarterfinal round game in the upcoming NHIAA Division I tournament. Well, both teams patient on the outset, nearly a minute in, and now the game's first foul comes against Concord. Crimson Tide. Been a while since they've been relevant, frankly. This is a very good athletic group led by Coach James Thorpe over there, already standing on the sideline. South, meanwhile, under their head man, Nate Mazzarol. Watching from the sidelines, clapping his hand as his forward is going to head to the free throw line. That is Colby Tempro, one of the 6 seniors honored before the game tonight. It is senior night, extended festivities. Well, South, a lot of speed. Not necessarily a whole lot of size, but this guard-heavy group can get up and down the floor, and they get on the board first at 1-0. 1 minute into this opening period. Concord going to fire a three. This one is up and in. No problem there for Angelo Gray, the 6'3 senior, able to stretch the floor and put Concord out in front 3-1. Really a turnover. Yes, it is a turnover. Travel is called up top against the point guard, Ivan Nyantenji. So Nyantenji looked like he slipped there just outside the three-point line, and the ball is back over to Concord. Down the lane, quick pass fired low around the ankle, recovered though by the center Hamza Abdul Rahan, and then another travel is called as again a player loses his footing. This time Tyler Clark Toy hit the ground and gives the ball back to the Purple Panthers. Full court press for Concord for the first time. Coach Mazzarol on his feet, directing traffic as the Panthers will cross the timeline without a problem. 3-1, the Concord score, a minute and a half gone by. South with a chance to tie or take the lead here very early on. Both teams opening up in a man-to-man. Long elbow, Jay is up and good. That's an impressive field goal for Stav Alcale. Again, one of these seniors who knocks down a 16-footer and ties the game early on at 3. Meanwhile, lefty runner, no good there off the dribble by Rylan Canabano. South quickly the other way. I'm going to slow it down as Nyantenji probed the defense and thought better of it. Now the Panthers running their flex set. Little jab step up top. Now a left-hand drive into traffic. It's an offensive foul. Well, Tempro came in hard. And one of the big men able to slide over and draw the charge. That was Gray. Two and a half gone. Concord looking to retake the lead. Drive and kick. Tempro knocked down a three from the opposite wing a moment ago. Leaves it into the corner. South in a loose man-to-man here. Tempro open. Trying to make him pay. Line drive three. No good. Ball bouncing to the far side. Out of bounds into the Purple Panther bench. So we remain tied at 3 with 2.5 gone by. A pretty good crowd here. Pretty full on the near side. A lot of Purple Panther fans here, obviously. A few made the trip down from Concord as well. Nyantenji for three, up and in. Well, given the room, they almost dared him to shoot it. The senior says no problem. South with 5 unanswered. They lead at 6-3. Pick and roll, between the leg dribble, pull up, the left-hander. Clark Toy too strong, rebound, outlet, long down the floor. And tracked down here in the near corner by Tempro. Skip pass, far side. Slashing move, little floater, won't go off the back iron. It could attempt there by Parsley Lalo, but no good. And a strip. Good takeaway, good hands there by Riley Olson. Olson into traffic, had it blocked from behind. And it'll stay with the Purple Panthers. They've got a 6-3 lead as we head towards the midway point of this first quarter. And the first substitution either way going to take place as South takes Lalau off the floor. And checking into the lineup for the first time is the senior Andre Holfischer. Well, a quick 2 there for Holfischer. Three-pointer, Clark Toy. Too strong from the weak wing. And knocked out of bounds. The last man to get a hand on it was Abdul Rohan for the Crimson Tide. So back to Coach Mazarol's squad. We're at the midway point. 8 threes, 7 straight points scored by the Panthers. Well, again, Concord, under Coach Thorpe, they like to press. They like to create chaos. But they'll backtrack here into the man-to-man. Quick step, count the bucket and the foul. Well, Andres Holfischer with a good first step, giving his team a lift off the bench. Got a pretty good first step there with the right-hand dribble. And no problem despite the foul on the left shoulder. Third team foul against Concord. 10-3 South. Free throw in and out. Offensive rebound. Back inside. Goes right back up. Shot there, though, too strong for Holfischer. Tip on the weak side, though, will go for Alkali. South off to a great start. They trailed, score 3-1 1 minute into the game. Since then, a 9-0 run. Make it 10-0. Backdoor, Clark Toy able to end the drought. Gets his first field goal. South quickly up the floor the other way with 2.5 to go in this first quarter. It's 12-5 Panthers. Concord retreating in a man-to-man. The three is allowed to take place in the corner. Holfischer's a little short. Rebound, Clark Toy. Concord the other way. Whipping down the lane. Left-hander. This time it'll go for the point guard, Canabano. With a float through the lane and bring Concord now within 5 at 12-7. Double team at the top of the key. And Kendi. Backdoor pass tip, but it gets home, and the layup is there. Nicely done. Olsen's first 2. South doubling up Concord 14-7 inside of 3 minutes first quarter. Canabano trying to weave, pulls it back out. And now Concord here in a bit of a weave. Three-pointer, Canabano, air ball. Out of bounds it goes, back over to South. The Nashua South student section off to my left. Standing the entire way so far, getting on Canabano for the miss there. Now the home team trying to extend their lead back to 9. It's 14-7. 2.5 first quarter. Tempro, backdoor, tried to fit it in with a bounce pass, nearly turned it over. Nyankendi hangs along the baseline, drops it underneath. Holfischer rushed it. Thought he was fouled from behind. Comes away with a miss. Conquered the rebound. Crimson Tide dodge a bullet. Canabano looks for the trailer. This is Abdul Rahan, and he's got that one over a couple of Panthers. His first basket, 6-foot senior. Brings Concord back within 5 at 14-9. We're inside of now 2 minutes first quarter. Concord in a matchup zone here, it looks like. Pick and roll, Iantendi, Holfischer back to Iantendi in the lane. Little ball fake and then foul on the wrist as he goes up. Well, the Panthers playing with some cohesion on the offensive side here early on. A couple of back doors, a couple of give and goes. Coach Mazzarol pleased. Free throw up and in. Niantendi, 4 points early to lead his squad to a 15-9 lead. 100 seconds remaining. Couple fresh bodies onto the floor for the Panthers. Get a look at Alex Holfischer on the floor now with his brother, number 13 in white. And the long, lengthy Rhett Medling is on the floor as well, just a sophomore, giving South some size. It's 16-9, Concord trailing it as they have most of this first quarter. Clark Toy off the dribble, got that one with the left hand. Well, dangerous, tough to guard. The lefties can be sneaky. Add some length to the frame, and Clark Toy, pretty good player. 2 field goals in this first quarter. It's 16-11 South. Niantendi against the zone. Thought about the 3 on the wing. Back over to Holfischer. Able to square on his man. Brings him into the post. Thought about, does make a pass back up top. Again, no shot clock as we're down to a minute to go in this first quarter. 3-pointer in and out. Niantendi. Rebound still up for grabs far side. Canabano finally comes away with it for Concord. And the middle of the floor had it stolen from behind in a diving effort. And Niantendi called for a travel. On the floor on his back there. Rare South turnover. Concord ball, 50 seconds to go. A chance to make it a 1-possession game. Canabano into the front court. Concord trailing 16-11. We get a look here at Ivan Yen. 5'11" sophomore in the game for the first time. Clark Toy, a fadeaway, pretty. Half a dozen early, he's the game's high man. After trailing by as many as 9 in the opening minutes, Concord a chance to perhaps close the quarter, only down 3 here, 25 seconds. South with a 16-13 lead, and now a 5-second violation is called. A rare call by the referee, Taylor Gibson. They get Niantendi for lack of penetration there. Good defense by Canabano. Concord point guard will take it. And the Crimson set for what likely will be the final shot of this first quarter. They trail at 16-13. Canabano from midcourt. Coming near side, looking for a screen. Down the lane, right hand block from behind. Not happening. That was Rhett Medling, came over from the weak side and swatted it away with the right hand. 6 seconds still, though, for Concord. Trying to get a shot up. Clark Toy. Canabano up top, off the screen. 3-pointer for Yan is in and out, no. And a defensive rebound is yanked home by the Purple Panthers. Holfischer. So 8 minutes in the books. Here from the Gate City. South off to a good start. They rattled off 11 straight at one point, led by as many as 9. And take a 16-13 lead with them into the first quarter break here. Nick, can I ask this with you? Glad you could join us. It's our Friday Night Lights game of the week. Brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency. Beals Insurance now with locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. So call Steve at 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com. Busy day in the NHIAA. We'll take a look at the Division I scoreboard coming up at halftime. Some of these games already underway. We'll take a look. Of course, both these teams, 2 of the hotter teams in Division I. Nashua South having won 5 in a row, coming in at 8-4. Their most recent victory, a 50-42 win against Trinity. They've got Concord tonight, then on the road early next week at Winnicott, kicking off a very tough end of the regular season stretch. They finished the season with 5 straight on the road, beginning at the Warriors on Tuesday. So an early senior night celebrated here before the game. So I'm trying to keep it rolling, keep themselves in the top 5 or 6 of Division I. 3-pointer out of the corner, too strong. Rebound Canabano. Whips a pass up the floor. Clark Toy with a catch, leaves it in the corner. Yen is ready. Three is on the way and up and in. And a quick turn over the left shoulder for Yen at the South student section. Meanwhile, count the bucket and the foul. Holfischer and a bundle of energy off the pine. Able to use his upper body strength there, leaned into the defender. Draws the 15th foul on Concord. Has a chance for one more, now 18-16. Five early for Holfischer. Now South's turn for a little bit of pressure. Broken by Yen. Concord now hits the 6'3" trailer, goes down the lane and is fouled. Nearly got it to go with the left hand. Good dribble drive by Angelo Gray. Had the game's first field goal, a three-pointer. Trying to add to his point total with his club down three here. Just seconds into the second quarter. South with a 19-16 lead. Concord only 10 games played so far. They're 6-4. They've won 3 in a row. And they've, in a lot of ways, really revitalized the program after several down years. Concord, of course, home of Matt Bonner, who brought the school 3 straight championships in the late 90s. Haven't heard much from those guys since, though, in the last 2 decades. Maybe this year different. Gray is off to a good start with 4 as he banks 1 of 2 free throws. And again, Concord a little bit of press. 19-17, the South lead. Dribble drive and kick. Three-pointer from the corner is up and in. Now the spot-up shooter, Jeremiah Mitchell. Sophomore with no problem on that one. The splashdown makes it 22-17. A minute gone, second quarter. Concord wants a 3 of their own. Got it again. That's Yen, his second from deep. 6 points off the bench. 22-20 South. Holfischer in and out on the elbow J, and the rebound pulled in by Abdul Rahman. Up the sideline, three-pointer. Yen looking for the lead, too strong, and a rebound near side for Mitchell. Lofts a pass up the near sideline, overhead catch, and then a skip into the Concord bench out of bounds. Turn back over to the Tide. That one get away from Parsley Lelu, who looks sheepishly over at Coach Mazzarol. So again, Concord a chance to tie or take the lead here, trailing at 22-20 with a minute and a half gone in this second quarter. Three-pointer. Up and in, no. Chen offensive rebound, Canabano, and then bounce pass picked off by Holfischer. Up the floor to his brother, left-hand drive, gets a right-hand finish off the glass. Holfischer with 7. South's lead is back to 4 at 24-20. Clark Toy into the lane, stolen by Holfischer. Holfischer leading a 3-on-2, leaves it right side, down the lane, count it, and the foul. That's Lalau. His first basket. Got one of the loudest ovations earlier when he was honored as part of this six-player senior class. Yeah, last home game for the Panthers. Again, kind of an odd schedule with the final 5 on the road. So the senior night festivities a little earlier this year. South has led most of the way. As many as 9 in the first quarter. That free throw there brings the gap back up to 7 at 27-20. A little more pressure. Clark Toy given access into the front court. Crossover dribble, goes by his man and draws a foul at the free throw line. Reach in by Lalau. Both coaches have been on their feet throughout this first half. Coach Mazzarol now raising his left arm and trying to direct the defense. Been on the sideline for the better part of a decade. Always got his club in the playoffs looking good. Foul here before the steal. Holfischer frustrated at the officials. His teammate Jeremiah Mitchell is hit with the foul. His first, team's 4th. 2.5 gone here. Second quarter. Concord a new point guard on the floor. This is Chris Burke, a 5'6" sophomore, and a turnover occurs in the corner. Little miscommunication. Abdul Rahman with a word with Burke. Ball back to South. Concord going to employ the press here. South has handled it very well, at least so far. Helfischer playing with the glasses, not the goggles, just straight glasses. Kind of a gutsy decision, in my opinion. Meanwhile, nowhere to go on the baseline, nearly turned it over. It was Jason Campo, one of the star running backs for the football team. Three-pointer from Mitchell, no, and then Abdul Rahman able to rip down the rebound in a crowd over the back foul coming against the Purple Panthers. It's on Campo, came over the left shoulder. Fifth team foul. A lot of whistles in this first half. South now with just one foul left to give. Concord already up against the limit. Again, just 3 minutes into the second quarter. South with the lead, 27-20. Concord coming right to left. Clark Toy. Abdul Rahman, a little trouble on the catch. Back out for Burke. Abdul Rahman now in the corner. Yen on a crossover, trying to go at Campo. Has Clark backdoor up and under, no, but a foul. Would have been an unreal acrobatic finish had that one gone. Windmill layup. Ultimately no good, but again a foul as Clark Toy hit, I believe, on the left arm on the way up for the right-handed shot. So at the free throw line with the loud, obnoxious South student section in his left ear. The left-hander comes up short on the free throw. And these students going to let him hear it. Meanwhile, fresh legs on the floor for South. 3 different subs on. New center, new point guard as well. Starters, Nyantendi and Alcalay back on the floor. Along with the shooting guard, Riley Olson. Free throw up and good. 1 for 2 trip there. Clark Toy going to take a seat for the first time. Concord's cut this thing back to 6. 2-possession game at 27-21 as we head towards the midway point second quarter. Again, full court press. It's been a theme as well. Both teams getting after it, the full court man here. Olfischer, sleepy right-hand dribble into the front court. And now Nyantendi with a jab between the circles. Concord trying to tighten the screws here in this man-to-man half-court set defensively. Alcalay given a little room, bounce pass near side. Good patience shown by South. They have taken good care of the ball here in this first half. Olfischer thought he found a seam. Tough shot challenge there, no, but a foul on the rebound. We got a shooting foul here? Yes, we do. Apparently they said Olfischer on the second attempt, a tip attempt, was hit. Puts Concord over the limit now with 17 fouls, but this again a shooting foul. Free throw no good. The sophomore Alex playing alongside his older brother Andres. Both have played well in this first half. First point for Alex. The Olfischer brothers helping South to a 28-21 lead. 3 out of the corner, too strong. Line drive effort by Leahy. Another defensive rebound for the Purple Panthers. They've done a good job in that area as well. Midway through second quarter, South a chance to match their largest lead from earlier. Out in front, 28-21. Olfischer with a size mismatch. Kicks it up top to Olsen. Now back Olfischer. Nyantendi, a jab in the high post, trying to back out with a dribble. Yen down in a defensive crouch. Nyantendi with the challenge. Did he travel? Yes, he did. Got the bucket with the right hand in a crowd, but a little bit of a hop step there. The officials say no, no, no. Ball back to Concord. 3.5 to go. Concord has trailed most of the way, held an early 3-1 lead before giving up 11 straight points. They've trailed since. Urbano hangs, left-hander, no good off the double pump. Long outlet off the rebound, springs Holfischer, no. His brother with the follow, no. Niantendi a third try, no, but a foul. As his left-hand shot was altered by a hit on the elbow. So, South looking to get out and run. That has not sat well with Concord head coach James Thorpe. A timeout is called. He comes with just over 3 minutes to go in this first half. South enjoying a 28-21 lead. A reminder at halftime, a complete look around the NHIAA. A busy Friday night. This is always the case this time of year, mid-February. Hard to believe we're heading really down the final stretch, at least of the regular season. South, as I mentioned, their final 5 games all on the road. While Concord, after tonight, still with a lot of work to do. Remember, they had a couple of games canceled, played just 10 games. That's the least amount of games played in Division I so far. Free throw up and in. Niantendi with 5. One more coming. Wastes no time and drains it. 30-21. So South able to extend, or match rather, their lead, their largest lead of the game. And here is a travel. And these Purple Panther fans all over that one. Abdul Rahman looked a little confused there. Panthers tightening up the defense in this second quarter. They've handled the press well, as I mentioned. Holfischer over to Niantendi. Both those guards can handle the ball well. Olsen, a third guard, kicks in the corner. Holfischer, left-hand probe dribble, leaves it far wing. 3 by his brother Andre, up and in. What a first half for Andre Holfischer. He's got 10 of the 33. South's lead is a dozen for the first time at 33-21. Cababana down the lane, got that one with the left hand. Well, he's been getting into the lane consistently. That time was able to finish. 33-23, South back within 10, and they'll get a steal here in the lane. Niantendi lost his footing. Yen down the near sideline, skips it far side. Three-pointer is up and short by Burke. Followed up, Capabana, up and under. Windmill attempt, no. Rebound cleared by O'Kaley for South. Holfischer with an errant pass, tried to keep it inbounds on the sideline. Ended up ruled out of bounds by the Concord bench. Meanwhile, a timeout is going to be called on the floor again, just inside of 2 minutes remaining. First half, 33-23. And again, back to the Concord schedule for just a moment. They head home for 3 straight. They'll host Salem on Tuesday, Spalding a week from tonight, and then Windham on the 25th before closing out their regular season with 3 straight on the road at Keene, at Trinity, at Goffstown. So 3 home, 3 on the road remaining for Concord. 5 in a row on the road. Still ahead for South. So both these teams with a semi-challenging schedule, we'll say, to close out the regular season. Again, both teams in a spot to perhaps host a quarterfinal round game. Holfischer continuing to beast. Followed his own miss and scored it there. Makes it now 35-23. Just a minute and a half to go. Clark Toy back on the floor. Long 2 is up for the left-hander. In and out, no good. Holfischer another rebound. South a chance to slow it down here. Backdoor, Holfischer inside out. Niantendi is ready, and that 3 is on the money. 9 points for the senior point guard, Ivan Nyantendi. South by 15 with a minute to go in the first half. Concord, meanwhile, having trouble with the basketball. Capomano says, let's slow it down. Leaves it in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Abdul Rahman, no. Rebound, Holfitcher. He's taken to the floor, and a foul is called against Concord. Again, Crimson Tide over the limit, so free throws at the other end. Good job by Alex Holfisher to hang on there. Holfisher came off the bench, about 4 minutes or so into the game, has not come off the floor since. .45 seconds frozen on the first half clock. South a chance to add to this 38-23 big lead. A 1-and-1. Front end up and in. Holfitcher now with both of his points coming from the free throw line. One more, his peers in the crowd go quiet, and it helps the youngster. 2 for 2 trip, 40 seconds. Concord, a little bit of trouble here. Trailing at 40-33. South has rattled off 7 straight. Clark gets the step and ends the streak right there. Nice and one. Able to find a crease and attack. The southpaw covers a lot of ground. 2 big steps gets him to the tin. Meanwhile, a sub on the Concord side. Michael Leahy will sit. 2 point guard look back on with both Burke and Capabano. Clark, meanwhile, a chance for one more. He's got 8 in this first half. Make it 9 after the 3-point play is completed. Concord needed that. They're back within 14, 35 seconds. The press is also allowed to stretch out. Holfitcher, probing dribble, one-on-one, three-quarter court against Clark Toy. Trying to bring him to the near sideline and draws a foul. A little bit of a reach in there by Clark. Did a good job initially. But again, Concord commits a second straight foul in the backcourt. And now 10 team fouls means automatic 2 the rest of the way, including here for Holfitcher. With 27 seconds remaining, the sophomore nails another free throw. 4 for 5 in this first half. 41-26, one more on the way. Gets help from the rotation there. All 5 of his points at the line. 42-26, and now 20 seconds remain in this first half. This one left short. Abdul Rahman. 8 seconds still for South. They got to hurry. Nyantendi, the trailer, Alcala for 3. That one had the line, but a little short, kept alive by Olsen. But he runs out of time. A brilliant first half of the home team. Nashua South with a 42-26 lead. Taking care of the ball. They've handled the press. They've converted free throws. And they've knocked down shots. Check, 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 check for Coach Mazzarol. His team on a roll. They've won 5 straight, looking to make it 6 tonight. And now enjoying a 16-point halftime lead. Coming up, we'll take a look around the NHIAA. Busy night, not just in Division I, but up and down the schedule. And of course, we'll get you second half action as well, along with some stats from the first half. All coming up in just a moment. Of course, tonight's Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency. Locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Call Steve at 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com. Back in just a moment. Halftime here in Nashua. Nick and Astis with you on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. It's our game of the week between Concord and Nashua South. The Purple Panthers looking very good in that first half. After trailing in the game's opening minute, they rattled off 11 straight points, led by as many as 17, and hold a 16-point edge with them as the third quarter looms, 42-26. Again, the Panthers looking for their 6th straight win, a chance to improve to 9-4 on the year. Concord, they had won 4 in a row. I misspoke earlier when I said 3. They have won 4 straight, are 7-4 overall, and are in danger of having their 3-game win streak snapped tonight. Our coverage, of course, is brought to you by Beals Insurance, locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Call Steve at 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com. All right, here's a look around the NHIAA on a busy Friday night here on Valentine's Day. Merrimack, they've played well lately, and they're playing well again tonight. They've got a 5-point lead on the road at Keene, 29-24. Again, that one at halftime. The Tomahawks are right there in the D1 standings. And, well, Coach Goodrich, despite a setback against Bishop Girton their last time out a week ago, looking to get his club back in the winning column. It would be their 6th win in their last 7 games if Merrimack can beat Keene tonight. Again, the Tomahawks with a 29-24 lead at halftime. Goffstown leading Salem in a low-scoring game, 24-20. That game is also at half. Trinity with a 1-point edge over Spalding. That one 19-18 out on the Seacoast. Also in D1, Alvern holding Winnicott to just 16 points. That's a 3-point edge for the Broncos there at 19-16 at half. Exeter, top team in the state. The defending champs have won 32 in a row, including the first 11 out of the gate here in 2020. Right now, all that in danger. The streak could potentially end tonight as Bedford has a 26-23 lead over the Blue Hawks. Be a stunner if the Bulldogs, who lost to Central their last time out, could get this one done. Again, Bedford with a 3-point halftime lead of 23-20. Meanwhile, a foul is called on the baseline here against Concord. It's on Abdul Rahman. That is his second. First team foul either way in the second half. Other D1 scores: Portsmouth 32, Timberlake 19. That game at half. North with a 1-point lead about midway through the second period over Wyndham, 28-27. That one should be good and tight throughout. Jump hook, Alcalay, no. Offensive rebound, Iantendi. Back into the corner for Olsen and the Purple Panthers under the guidance of Coach Mazarol, who strolls up and down the sideline. Going to reset here. Still a 42-26 lead. By the way, a new update. Bedford has stretched their lead over Exeter now to 30-25 midway through the third. Again, Exeter with their 33-game win streak on the line tonight, facing a possible first defeat of the season. Clark Toy is fouled. Crowd wanted a block. Looked like a pretty good defensive play to me as well. Parsley Lelu, though, is going to be hit with the foul. Got a lot of basketball on the block attempt. He's, by the way, the second Nashua South player to be playing in this game with just glasses on. No protection, no goggles. Lalau and Alex Holfischer. I don't know if I would risk it. I wear glasses, of course, and I don't know. I'd be afraid that I'd be making a trip to the doctor to get a new pair after the game. This kid's braver than me, I guess. Meanwhile, Clark Toy drills another 2. He led Concord in scoring that first half, and he's the first Crimson Tide player to double figures now with 11. 42-28. Alcalay had his pass tipped and then stolen by Toy. Knocked down, though, again at midcourt by Alcalay. Purple Panthers with numbers. They kick it to the corner. Olsen passes on the 3, leans into a 2, comes up short. Capabano then turns it over off the dribble. And Iantendi finally going to pull it back out. A little chaotic possession there. South going to take a breath. Coach Mazzarol holds out his left arm and says, let's slow it down. 2 minutes in, third quarter. This one into the backcourt. Players on the floor. Alcali up the floor. Lalou tracks it down and lays it in with the right hand. Well, the students love that one. 44-28. Lalou, his first point since the first quarter. 44-28. Capabano down the lane, off balance, left-hander got it. Well, he's been able to get into the lane consistently, but only had 4 points in that first half. Third quarter basket makes it 44-30. Meanwhile, a three-pointer, a high arcer out of the corner. In and out, no good. Good look, though, for Tempro. Concord wants to run off the rebound. Behind the back, Chen into the lane. Floater with the left hand. Pretty finish. Ivan Yen is giving Concord a kick off the bench. He's got 8 points. Trying to keep the Crimson Tide in the game. Tempro this time passes on the three, goes into the post. It's whipped back up top. A high arc. And three is knocked down by Intendi. He's got 12. Ties his teammate Andres Holfischer for a game-high lead. And the lead is back to 15 for the Panthers at 47-32. Toy, a quick off-balance three. Little fade from straight away. No good off the front iron. Weak side rebound to the Purple Panthers. And now Intendi intends to slow things down. 47-32, approaching the midway point, third quarter. Lalau, baseline J, rattles in and out. Tempro, offensive rebound. Back up, no, but a foul is called on his way up. They're going to get Angelo Gray. 6'3 senior, shrugs his shoulders, not happy. Concord going to make a sub as Coach Thorpe going to bring Logan Otto, a 6'2 senior, back onto the floor. He played sparingly in that first half. That's the third foul on Gray, who continues to plead his case to official Taylor Gibson. After a lengthy demonstration, he finally is going to take a seat as Otto comes on. Meanwhile, free throw up and in for Tempro. Doubles his point total. Couple of free throws tonight for Tempro. One of 6 seniors honored before the game. It's been a good senior night for South. Got a 49-32 lead. Clark, Capabano. Backdoor Leahy, across the lane Toy, trying to hook up with Otto, but a foul first. Occurs along the baseline under the basket. A reach in. 2 team fouls now each way, midway through this third period. Concord has trailed the entire way pretty much. Biggest gap so far at 17. Capabano tried to force that one, knocked off balance, came up short with the left-hand shot attempt. South the other way. Dribble drive, Holfischer just came back on, knocked to the ground, came up empty. Begging for a foul there, won't get one. Concord quickly the other way. Yen, near side for Leahy, back into the corner for Yen, but he stepped out of bounds. Right sneaker ruled out on the baseline. The black and red Adidas. I think those are Adidas. So another Concord giveaway. South by 17, 3.5 to go third quarter. They go back to the post. Alcali spins out of a double team, short. Tries to stay with it, tipped off his fingertips. He does recover at the free throw line, whips it near side. There's Olsen's three, no. Tempro, another chance. Up top, three-pointer, up and in. That's Intendi, who is now the game's high man with 15. Well, took the pass low, down by the shoelaces. Didn't matter, had plenty of time to square it. And he has been on fire, really, from downtown throughout the game. Capabano, tough long two there. And a quick timeout from the sideline from Coach Thorpe. 8 points for the Concord point guard, Rylan Canabano. Good call from the sideline. Coach Thorpe with 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Gonna have to draw something up. His club trailing big. Still a 52-34 South lead despite the latest basket. Those are the sounds of the South Student Band. Standing right next to the student section, off to my left. Really adding another layer to this atmosphere. Same thing with the cheerleaders who have their purple mat stretched out along the baseline off to my left. A lot of students who began on their feet, now seated, and, well, sadly, most of them back on the phone. 3 minutes to go. Home team. The big lead, 52-34. South Guns for their sixth straight win. Chance to improve to 9-4. Token pressure here from Concord. South has really handled the press well tonight. Niantendi for Tempro, going to back it out with a left-hand dribble. And now Holfiger was the high man at halftime. Examines his options. Niantendi on the near wing. They're going to go by Cababano, draws a double team. Now Holfiger able to slash and finish with the left hand. Andre Holfiger, 14 off the bench. Senior having a big senior night. And a 20-point lead for the first time for South at 54-34. Toy, Cababano. Toy again, head down into the lane. Left-hand leaner is good. Boy, Toy, he can score. He's got 13. The high man for Concord. South quickly the other way. Olsen got the step on the left side. And he finishes with the right hand. Just his second basket. Meanwhile, Cababano at the other end counted and one. Well, the point guard, he's been able to get into the lane consistently tonight. The senior has missed some shots, however. Not that one. Took it on the wrist. Got it to go in a crowd. Cababano unofficially now in double figures with 10 of his own. Meanwhile, subs for South. Alcalay will sit. Olsen and Tempro also check out as Cababano converts the three-point play for Concord. Make it 56-39. Half-court man-to-man. Both these teams have been in the man exclusively tonight and have stretched that pressure into the backcourt consistently. Here's Alex Holfiger, played well off the bench in the first half. Over to his brother Andre. A three is short. Rebound not quite secured now. It is grabbed by Yen. Comes into midcourt. Down the lane. Abdul Rahman. Right-hander. No. Trying to stay with it. Toy almost lost it. But a reach-in foul is against Holfiger. Well, Abdul Rahman thought he was fouled. Coach Thorpe not happy that his player's not shooting there. Inbound tipped by the defender. Purple Panthers, the Purple Panthers, have also brought back sophomore Rhett Medling to play the middle. I'd say unofficially he's about 6'5". Cababano, layup no good. And there is the rebound by Medling. South gets another stop. 56-39, final minute, third quarter. It's been all Purple Panthers. Give and go. Niantendi is fouled in the lane on the floor. A reach in on the catch, I believe, against Cababano. Yep. Now 14 fouls each way. Coach Thorpe back to the bench. Another point guard on. This is Chris Burke, who played sparingly in that first half. The 5'6" sophomore will replace Cababano. Inside, Holfiger blocked at the rim. Good swat by Gray. Yen trying to spark the break for Concord. Up the floor, Toy, count it, and the foul. A pretty good pass there, Yen, to set up Toy, who's starting to pile up the points. He's got 15 for the Crimson. And a chance for one more. Clock frozen with 42 seconds. Remaining third quarter. Concord back within 15 at 56-41. Trying to chip away here before the end of the quarter. One more for the left-hander, Toy, no problem. He's been perfect at the line. He's got now a game high, 16 points. Well, the officials needed to check with something at the scorer's table that allows Concord to set up the press. But again, South able to break it easily. Medling, despite having a path to the basket there, going to pull it out. And South wants to run a little clock here inside of a half minute to go. Niantendi spins out of the double team, leaves it for Medling, who scores it off the glass. It's the first basket for Rhett Medling. Pretty much everybody has scored tonight for South. 58-41. Down now to 10 seconds for Concord. Toy creeping back middle, leaves it for Abdul Rahman in the lane. No, trying to follow his own miss. Does have it out to Yen. High arcing three to beat the buzzer. Is no good off the side iron, and that is going to do it. Nashua South continuing to add to their lead. The Purple Panthers gunning for their 6th straight win. They have looked good. 58-41 after 3. Well, a reminder, our Friday Night Lights game of the week brought to you by Beals Insurance. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. So call Steve at 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com. Nick and Astis with you, a hot one here inside the Belanger Gymnasium on senior night. That's right, a lot of these students showing their purple pride for their varsity basketball team, who looks like are on their way to a 6th straight win and a 9-4 record. Concord have been playing as well as anybody in Division I, with the exception, of course, of Exeter, having won 3 of their own in a row. A setback tonight would send Coach Thorpe's club back to 7-5, still kind of in the middle of that packed D1 standings. But still 8 minutes to go. South still a chance to squander the lead if Concord can make things interesting. Going to have to start on the defensive end, where the Purple Panthers have taken very good care of the basketball, but not here. Capabano with the steal. Goes at Medling and scores. Does a somersault after the bucket. So the Concord pressure finally paying off. More press, this time broken along the near sideline via the dribble by Jeremiah Mitchell, who is back on. Holfischer off balance in the lane. A foul is called against Concord. 4th team foul against the Crimson, just 30 seconds into this 4th quarter. 58-43 now. A entire second unit on the floor for Coach Mazzarol. Meanwhile, on the inbound, they're saying Holfischer moved. Had to be stationary there, but he moved. A violation, a rare call. Meanwhile, Concord goes all the way up the floor. Amani is blocked at the rim by Mitchell, but a foul is coming. Mitchell can't believe it. He's going to send Hamza Abdul Rahman to the free throw line. That one may have been a block, but Abdul Rahman has been hit a few times tonight, and the whistle is not blown. So a little justice, I think, here. But don't try to tell the Purple Panther fans I said that. Timeout on the floor. Coach Mazzarol going to use one here. His club's still up big, 58-43. Reminder, coming up after the game, we'll review this one. Get you the final stats. Take a look at the scoreboard of final time as well. Seems like everybody in action tonight. Again, the big one, Exeter. We're watching that game closely against Bedford. Bulldogs led at halftime, led about midway through the third quarter. Exeter, of course, still undefeated. And the defending D1 champs have won 33 in a row. 33? No, 32 in a row. Tonight, I think, would be 33, but going to have to, again, do it from behind against the Bulldogs. So we'll take a look at the scoreboard after the game. By the way, that game now tied after 3 quarters at 34-34. So a dramatic finish. Likely in store between the Bulldogs and Blue Hawks. Free throw, no good, out of the timeout by Abdul Rahman. Senior only with 2 points tonight. Well, he's played the whole time. 0 for 2 here, and another rebound for Holfisher, who's done a good job on the glass for the Purple Panthers. 1 minute gone in this fourth quarter. Holfisher runs out of room, then throws it away. Skip pass picked off by Toy. Bounces it up the floor for Yen. Yen had it broken up by Holfisher. Now Holfisher on the floor with Toy, and a jump ball is called at the top of the key. Well, Yen thought he was fouled. He's upset. I believe the possession arrow belongs to Nashua South. It does. Coach Thorpe lobbying for a foul that was not called. Again, Concord will press. That's been the story tonight, but South has had no real trouble. Mitchell here crosses into the front court. Meanwhile, Cavabano nearly picked Holfisher's pocket. But they ruled it out of bounds here along the near sideline. Meanwhile, Nyantendi back on. He's led the way for South with 15 points tonight. Point guard should be fresh. Into the backcourt. Now Cayley, now Nyantendi. Far side. Trying to work on Cababano. Spins around him, but then runs into a wall in the lane and turns it over. Gray up the floor for Toy. Toy able to hang, bank, and draw another foul. Another three-point play opportunity for Tyler Clark Toy, who now has a game-high 18 points. He's done all he can tonight for Concord, but club still trailing big here at 58-45. Should be 58-45. They have not credited that basket yet to Toy. Not sure why. Free throw up and in. There it is. 58-46. Concord back within 12. This is the closest they've been since late in the first half. Minute and a half gone, fourth quarter. Nyantendi's got to hurry. Floats it over the half-court line for Al Cayley to avoid the 10-second violation. Then a backdoor frees up Holfisher, who's got the layup. Andre Holfisher, 16 points for the senior off the bench. Meanwhile, quick one the other way. Yen, no, in a crowd, and then Nyantendi rips it away, but a jump ball is called in the lane first. Yen able to tie up Nyantendi just long enough to force the trail official there, Tyler Valencia, to call the jump ball. This time it favors Concord. Crimson Tide down 14, 2 minutes in, fourth quarter. Cababano, three, in and out, no. Abdul Rahman, offensive rebound, lost it, and then throws it away to Alkea. Into the front court, Nyantendi down the lane. Nobody stops the basketball, and he makes him pay. Nyantendi with 17, his first bucket of the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, a kickball is called here against Riley Olson. 62-46. Concord still with enough time, but gonna have to start getting some baskets here. Calabano out to Toy. 3 on the way from the wing. Boy, he's done everything he can tonight. 22 by my count. And Concord refusing to go down here. That's 62-49. 2.5 gone, fourth quarter. Niantendi draws a foul. Got around Capabano, and then the senior reached in and got a piece of the elbow. Niantendi going to head to the free throw line. Both teams are in the bonus, 17 fouls each way. So here is Ivan Niantendi, one of the 6 seniors honored before the game on senior night. Missed it. Dur Rahman had it, and then I believe was tied up. Yes, a third jump ball called here in this fourth quarter. Going to give it back to South, and now a technical foul has been called. Well, I believe it was on one of the Concord players. Yes, it was. It was on Angelo Gray, who has been very vocal tonight towards the officials. Niantendi is going to cash in for the Purple Panthers. Does not need a lot of time to get those up and in. He's got 19 points now. Meanwhile, Gray, after being hit with the tee, is going to stay on the floor. I believe now with 4 fouls. (64-49). The Bulge back to 15. South is led by as many as 18. Niantendi going to cross over into the front court. Purple Panthers running a high set here. Running basically their stuff north of the free throw line. Back door, and the result, nobody's on the backside. Fisher with 18 of his own. Meanwhile, Concord now down 17. Toy for 3, short. Niantendi takes the rebound off the bounce and is fouled at half court. Another reach in by Concord from behind. Goes against Toy. 9 fouls, so still a 1-and-1. Meanwhile, the student section told to quiet down by one of the managers. Free throw up and in. Niantendi continuing to add his game high or team high total. He's got 20. Concord's Tyler Clark Toy has 22 at the moment. Again, these are unofficial. Niantendi did a great job at the line tonight. Got 21. His last 5 have come at the stripe. And the largest lead of the night now on the board. It's 68-49 as we approach the midway point of this fourth quarter. A foul is going to be called here as Capabano about to shoot 2 here. Hit on the wrist on the way up. The right-handed point guard. He's gotten into the lane consistently tonight and has held his own here against this Purple Panther defense. Free throw short. Well, that's another thing. South is by and large hit their free throws. Well, Concord has not. In and out, no. Rebound, Okele, but a travel is called. Good job by a couple of Concord defenders there pressuring for the turnover. Still a long way to go, though, for the Crimson Tide. They're now 19. They'll try to get 3 here out of the corner, and they will. That's Ivan Yen. He's now in double figures with 11, third Concord player to do so. And we get a timeout on the floor with just over 4 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Now a 68-52 South lead. Well, we saw a few students head to the exits a moment ago, but by and large, student section to my left still thriving. They've been loud tonight. Had good reason to cheer. Their club has led basically the entire game. The only lead for Concord came in the first minute of the first quarter when they were ahead 3-1 in the early going. At that moment, South End ran off 11 straight points and have not looked back. Led by as many as 19 in the second half, and currently with 4:30 to go, a comfortable 16-point lead still intact at 68-52 as South looks for their 6th straight win, trying to really show some folks that they're a legit contender in Division One. They can hang on. They'd improve to 9-4, right in that mix, that top-tier mix in Division One. Zone press. We see this for the first time tonight, and the Panthers are going to make them pay as Holfisher is wide open on the backside. A cool 20 for the senior. 70-52. 3 by Yen is off target. Follow-up is too strong, and then a tie-up occurs between Al Khaley and Abdul Rahman. 4th jump ball of the quarter. This one will get it back to South with 4 minutes to go. 70-52. This is what, a 1-2-2. 3-quarter court press by Concord. South has handled the press all night tonight. And again, the Panthers can basically play keep away, but won't work there. Toy got his long left hand on it. Trying to find Cababano, but it's intercepted by Nyantendi, and now a timeout is going to bail him out on the opposite baseline. Good call from the sideline there by Coach Mazzarol, who calls for time, stopping things with 3:41 to play in regulation. 70-52. Nick, and ask this with you. Again, a trip around the scoreboard coming up immediately following this one. Will Exeter suffer their first loss of the season and snap their 32-game win streak? That one on the line tonight against Bedford. Bulldogs, Blue Hawks tied through 3 quarters. We'll give you the result coming up after this one. Again, the press. South with Olsen. They got 3 guards on the floor really at all times tonight. Foul here as Olsen hit from behind. Cababano with the reach. 10 team fouls now against Concord. So an automatic 2 with the rest of the way. Olsen a couple of free throws tonight. He's played a lot of minutes. He's not needed to score, though. 5 points total. Played some pretty good defense. Has helped out against the press. Picked up a few assists as well. They scored a half a dozen points after those 2 free throws. 72-52. The lead is 20 for the first time. Abdul Rahman can't buy a bucket tonight. Misses inside. And then it's Nyantendi who wrestles the rebound away from Cababano, and that is going to be it for the senior Concord point guard. He is fouled out here with 3:23 to go. Played well tonight, handled the ball well, scored 11 points. But he's going to have to sit here, fouling out after picking up number 5. So point guard Chris Burke, the 5'6" sophomore with the man bun, is back on the floor. Nyantendi is back to the line for South, who has been the team's high scorer tonight with 21 points. Automatic 2, double bonus time. Niantendi has been golden from the stripe. I don't believe he has missed tonight. Meanwhile, Holfischer going to sit. That's Andre Holfischer. 20 points of his own tonight off the bench. Gets a well-deserved cup of water out of the Gatorade bucket. And Niantendi, after hitting the free throw, is likely going to finish the game with 23 points as he checks out here as well as we head towards the 3-minute mark. South rolling, 74-52. Clark Toy inside, and then Burke turned it over. Had it poked loose. South wants to run. Tempro is going to pull it out. Now go back into the lane. Leaves it for Olsen, who thought about it. South wants to run clock, as Coach Mazzarol says, pull it back out. Inside of 3 minutes now. 74-52. Tempro, high arcing three, pretty to watch. Doubles his point total to 6. Yen in the lane looking for a quick answer for Concord. No, follows his own miss, and then the ball gets stuck. Pinned between the iron and the glass. And that results in our 5th jump ball of the quarter. Should stay with Concord, and it will. Meanwhile, Olsen and Alcalay both getting a hand and a handshake along the south sideline as they check out. Meanwhile, Clark Toy, 3 off target. Mitchell rebound for South, up the floor. Holfischer to the rim, hangs, no. Follow, yes, by Tempro. South running up the score as we head towards 2 minutes to go. Toy, sharp shooting, 16-footer. Up and in to quiet the crowd, at least momentarily. He's now the game's high man with 24 points. 2 minutes, 79-54. Lau slips, turns it over. Bounce pass taken away. Toy across the lane, trying to hook up with Abdul Rahman. It's been a frustrating night for him. The ball goes out of bounds. Well, South going to bring on River Hart, a sophomore, for the first time. Replaces his classmate Ryan Medling. Also, Campo, the running back, is on the floor. He did play in that first half. Meanwhile, Tempro, bounce pass for Mitchell, a little short. Good challenge there by the Concord defender. Outlet is taken by Yen. 3-pointer, no good on a line drive miss. Rebound to South, 90 seconds to go. Hart into the front court, Hart down the lane. Hart with a scoop shot that misses off the back rim. Yen the rebound for Concord. Crimson want to run, still down 25. 3-pointer, this is too strong for Mike Leahy. Tipped out at midcourt for Mitchell. South is going to go uncontested to the rim, and Mitchell's going to finish. Jeremiah Mitchell now with 5. And how about 81 points for South as we hit the 1-minute mark to go in regulation, 81-54. Meanwhile, foul here as Regis Arumva, 5'10 junior, is checked in for the first time, and Arumva is going to go to the line. 9 team fouls now against Nashua South. More subs here with 56 seconds to go as Mitchell, Lalau, and Tempro are going to check out. Boy, this South team is deep. A lot of guards, deep backcourt, deep team in particular. It'll be a tough out. And a team nobody's going to want to see in the tournament. They've won 6 straight now, including tonight. Free throw is short there by Arumva. Rebound to South. Officer is into the front court. Down to 45 seconds. Give and go. Hoffinger going to bank this in. That's Alex. He's got 7. Played well off the bench in a ball handling role. Arumva driving kick. Leahy bounce pass. Otto on the baseline out of the corner. We're down to 25 seconds. Yen whips it along the lane. Knocked down by Medling. Stolen by Mitchell. Those two have come back in, I guess. And this is going to do it. His Hart is going to tuck the ball on his right hip. South really let it wire to wire. They're going to win by nearly 30. 83-54 is the final here at South. Purple Panthers now 9-4 after their 6th straight win. In control here and just increased their lead as the game went on. Rattled off 11 straight in the first quarter at one point. Had a double-digit halftime lead, and they're going to walk away from this one with an 83-54 win. Concord, they suffer their first setback. Well, in a few weeks, they had won 3 in a row. They dropped now to 7-5. Well, this South team is good, no doubt. And as I said a few minutes ago, they're going to be a tough out for anybody coming up in next month's tournament. Concord, meanwhile, still in good shape at 7-5. They return home for their next 3 games, so a chance to get some of that momentum back. Meanwhile, South is going to close things out with their final 5 games on the road. That's a challenge for sure. Purple Panthers led on senior night by a pair of seniors, Ivan Nyantendi. How about 23 points? Starter did most of his damage in the second half, and most of that came from the line. And then also Andres Hofischer, 20 points off the bench in a big, big W. Atmosphere was good tonight as well, with the student section now mingling with the players. All right, a final look around the scoreboard tonight. We mentioned Exeter putting their 32-game win streak on the line against Bedford. The Bulldogs had the lead in the third quarter. The game was tied heading into the fourth at 34. And Exeter came back. Blue Hawks win it 61-57 the final. Ryan Grijalva, the senior, had 19 points in the second half to lead the comeback and keep his Blue Hawk squad unbeaten. So Exeter now has won 33 in a row and are 12-0 this season. Elsewhere in Division I, Goffstown, another win. Grizzlies continue to be one of the darlings of D1, a 53-38 convincing win over Salem. Another big win for the Grizz. Portsmouth, they pound. They're right behind Exeter in the standings, by the way, at 10-2. They get a 73-32 blowout win over Timberlane tonight. So 73-32, the final. Portsmouth gets another win. And let's see what else we got for D1. Winnicott, low-scoring affair. They get it done 44-35 on the road. Winnicott now 9-4. How about this? Keene, they continue to surprise people. Merrimack had the lead at halftime, but it's the Blackbirds who get the victory, 51-45, handing Merrimack a second straight loss. And just the 4th defeat of the season as Merrimack slips to 8-4. Keene now 8-4 as well. Trinity leading Spalding by a point, 30-29. That game is early in the fourth quarter. And Nashua North and Wyndham, those teams are close. Titans with a 45-41 lead, trying to rebound from Tuesday night's loss against Exeter. BG, they are at 10-2, tied with Portsmouth for second. Right now in a close one with Manchester Central, a revived, apparently, Little Green team. who beat Bedford earlier this week. They're within 2 of the Cardinals. BG still in front 47-45. Again, that game early in the fourth quarter. Elsewhere, outside of D1 tonight, Sauhegan a win over Kingswood. That one 52-47. Newmarket, no problem with Derryfield, 66-41. And Oyster River and Kearsarge doing battle on the seacoast with Oyster River out in front by 10. All right, that just about does it for us, as Nashua South looked good tonight, frankly, on their home floor. They get it done 83-54, led by Nyantendi with 23 and Andre Hulfischer with 20. On the other side, the loss for Concord, the game's high scorer was Tyler Clark-Toy, who had 24 of his team's 54 points. Had help from Ivan Yen, who had 11, and Rylan Canabano, who had 11 points before fouling out in the final minutes. All right, that just about does it. Want to thank Lisa Gingras and her staff here at Nashua South. Again, making me feel very welcome. We appreciate that. We appreciate our social media manager, Ben Beals, for doing some more technical work and promotional work for you tonight, as well as keeping you updated with the scoreboard. And, of course, our executive producer, the big fella, Steve Beals, now back safe and sound in Florida. I'm Nick Anastas saying so long. Final score, final time tonight, Nashua South, with their 6th straight win, 83-54 over Concord. Our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire game of the week was brought to you, of course, by Beals Insurance Agency, locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. So call Steve at 603-471-9999 today. So long, folks.